Have you ever really looked inside a first aid kit and wondered what everything does? Well, today we're zeroing in on one small item that you might overlook, but it's one you absolutely don't want to be without: the Optik Eye Pad. It's a simple thing, really, but it's so important.
I mean, just think about your day-to-day. A bit of dust on a windy day, a stray eyelash, or something more serious. Our eyes are right out there in the open. They're tough for sure, but they're also incredibly sensitive.
So when something does happen, what do you do? What's the right move to protect an eye that's been irritated or injured? It's a question you don't want to be figuring out in the moment. Trust me.
And the stakes here are really high. We're not just talking about a little discomfort. This could be the difference between a minor issue and a serious infection, especially after any kind of medical procedure. You just can't afford to take chances.
Okay, so that's where this little guy comes in, the Optik Eye Pad. This is the simple, sterile, purpose-built solution we've been talking about.
So what is it exactly? Well, it's pretty brilliantly designed. It's an oval pad shaped perfectly to fit over your eye, and it's made of this absorbent cotton that's tucked between two layers of soft, absorbent muslin cloth.
And here's the really important part. Each pad is sterile. It comes in its own sealed package, because think about it. The absolute last thing you want to do with an eye injury is introduce germs or bacteria into the mix. So that sterile packaging, it's a must-have.
But it's not just the materials they use, it's how they put it all together. The entire design is thought out to give you the best protection with the least amount of irritation.
All right, let's look at the details, because this is pretty clever. You've got that cotton core to soak up any moisture. The muslin cloth is what makes it feel soft against your skin. But the real game changer? The compressed edges. This stops tiny fibers and lint from breaking off and getting into the eye. I mean, that's the last thing you'd want, right?
So what are the situations where you'd actually grab one of these? Well, you might be surprised. It's not just for big emergencies. Its uses are actually pretty broad, from the hospital to your own home.
Okay, let's break it down. First up, after surgery, it's basically a sterile shield. It keeps dust, grime, and all that nasty stuff out. Second, for minor stuff, like a scratch on your eyelid, it keeps the area safe and stops you from accidentally rubbing it and making things worse. And hey, even for just everyday irritants, it's a simple way to give a sensitive eye a break.
You see, when you add all that up, it's pretty clear this isn't just some accessory for your first aid kit. It really is a fundamental piece of the puzzle.
I think that's what makes it so great. It's simple, it's sterile, and it's made for one specific, very important job. It belongs in a professional medical bag just as much as it belongs in the first aid kit you keep under your sink.
So it kind of leaves you with a question, doesn't it? Go have a look at your own kit later. I bet you have plenty of bandages for cuts and scrapes, but what about your eyes? Is your kit really complete if it's missing protection for one of your most important senses? Something to think about.